Hello guys, welcome to another episode of GEEKAMANIA. As you can see, there's a lot of us. I'm Ben, that's Mike, Dan, Sam, another Sam, Simon Whitlock, I don't know why I said your surname, Mark, and James.
Favouritism.
Welcome to GEEKAMANIA, and yes, Simon's my favourite, deal with it people. Today we are doing a big old review of The World's End, the newest film by Edgar Wright with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, big surprise. So,
yeah, the final of the Cornetto Trilogy.
Barmageddon.
Barmageddon indeed.
So, what did people think?
I thought the trailer was fucking brilliant.
Have you not
Oh yeah, you ain't seen it yet.
Why are you even here? If you haven't seen it, what's the point of you being in this video?
I don't know, because he's a camera whore.
It's a camera whore, and also as well.
Get the fuck out the way!
GTFO.
If you hadn't noticed, audience, James is a bit loud and I apologise. Shall I get to the actual review?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, overall, this is a good film.
Horrible people, aren't they?
This is a... These conversations really bloody
Cunts.
And it should have a Pikachu
James,
across
I will
screen.
tell you, go on.
This is the most unprofessional episode of GEEKAMANIA, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's sorry, you can't even finish.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You went a bit
Can't even finish.
a little.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, I can't even finish sentences.
It's a really good film.
Very, very good film.
Short version for me, it's not as good as the other two, sadly, but it's a far more mature piece, dealing with a lot heavier issues, which is kind of surprising for these guys. And it's still laugh out loud funny and genuinely moving, and I really like it, and everyone should see
And
it.
ridiculously quotable.
Yeah,
So
very
good.
quotable.
This whole review may just divulge into a quote fest, and it'd be
Especially
terrible.
if Dan gets his way.
Yeah.
But yes,
I
it's a
honestly-
solid 4 stars for me.
I disagree, but I honestly think out of the three, I prefer it more to Shaun of the Dead. I honestly
What?
felt I loved that film. I really, really enjoyed it, and every single second of it, I loved it. I laughed out loud, and the bit I missed because I go to the toilet, I kind of regretted it. But then I got to see it again today, and I noticed there's a lot more things, and I actually enjoyed it way more. Watched it through the second time.
The foreshadowing in this song was
The foreshadowing was amazing. Simon, your opinion about the film?
It's probably a controversial thing, but I actually think it's the best film of all three. Yeah, that's the response I was expecting.
I agree.
The response you were expecting was "Get out! Get out now!"
Actually, yes, probably more of a measured response. But yeah, I thought it was not so much. I know it's not as funny, I guess, as the other two.
It's
but
less of a comedy,
No.
which is weird, because it's
But-
very, very much framed as a comedy.
a film that
Yes.
reminded me a lot of was With Now and I. In that it's very quotable and it's kind of got a very dark tint to it. I'm right. But it's not like.
I wasn't offering you, you were talking.
Oh, cheers.
I was offering when you finished.
Fine.
So you can't
This is a bit awesome, so GEEKAMANIA, guys.
Best we've ever done.
Carry on.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, as I was saying.
Episode ever. It's because I'm in it.
Yeah,
Well, it is.
anyway.
Best backing for it.
Okay, yeah.
There's like rocking these chairs, like GEEKAMANIA's gone to shit, but it's all good. It's all good, guys. It's all good.
So much chaos.
God.
Simon, finish your thoughts, please.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, like With Now and I, it's kind of dark and still quotable, but not entirely laugh out loud funny.
No.
Yeah.
But still
It's
really.
moments.
It had its
It
moments.
does
yeah.
have laugh out loud moments.
It has
but
laugh out loud moments, but it's not a laugh out loud comedy.
No.
It's.
I mean, it's not like This Is the End, where it's very much like every minute has a laugh.
Yeah.
This is very much more a...
You should watch another video.
It's a much more like thought-provoking piece, really.
Yeah.
It's more designed to hit you in the heart than the funny bone.
Well, I have read reviews from like elsewhere that have gone really in depth in it and gone very artsy with it and going, oh, there's so many underlying messages to it. And,
There is.
oh.
There is. You
I mean,
can get
I'm-
artsy
I'm-
with this
I'm
film.
aware
I
of
feel
that.
you can get
Yes,
artsy.
and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying you can look into it a lot more than you can like Shaun of the Dead.
It does have more layers than Shaun of the Dead, but for me, it's just Shaun of the Dead is such an overall like tightly woven comedy. It's one of my favourite films.
And also as well, because this had such expectation, you've seen the other one so many more times. I think it's one of those films you have to watch at least 5 or 6 times
Oh,
to really
yeah.
compare it to the other two. Like I said to people when they asked me, I said to them, you should definitely see the film. Asked me, what's like compare the other two? I'm like, you should watch this one a lot more before you can compare the other two, because you've seen the other two about 50, 60 times by now, probably. And this one's just come out and it has such high expectations, you can't really live up to them as well.
60 times.
Yeah, some people.
Maybe Shaun of the Dead thanks to ITV.
Yeah, TV area.
Yeah, you know, it's like
Oh,
one of
there's
those
triple
things, like-
digits. Matt Thompson, that film.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
WTF. Like, how is it?
that mean?
Yeah, It's so much like.
No, that's so sad.
Yeah, Mike,
Shaun the Dead was so
what about Sam? What do you think about it then, mate? What's your opinion about the film?
I enjoyed it, but like everyone else, I didn't. It doesn't top Shaun of the Dead.
No, it
They
doesn't.
should. No, I can't stand that.
I wasn't offering to you, I was offering to Ben.
Then don't poke them in the fucking face.
I honestly, out of three, I think Hot Fuzz is my favourite one. But I need to watch
Hot
that
Fuzz
one.
is the best one.
I need to watch the other two. I need to
No,
watch
no.
that bit more to see how it's
I
like.
really liked Hot Fuzz. But then I think that's because Shaun of the Dead was
Shaun
on
of the Dead was ruined
ITV2
for you for
all
the amount of time it
fucking
was on.
time, so you just watched it. I've
See,
watched
I didn't
it
get to
too
see
many
it that
times.
often.
Same as like a good example,
That's
Snatch
all on
or
DVD.
The Mummy. You end up watching it so many
Oh
times.
yeah, I've seen the Mummy too many
Thanks to
times.
ITV2, it's on there all the time and it's just ruined the film.
Should we see if
I
it's
still
on
watch it. It probably is on there.
Let's see what's
Yeah.
going on.
Or
Watch it with us.
or even
Almost
Scott
certainly.
Pilgrim. So, anyone else, Sam, your review? What do you think of the film? Short sort of synopsis.
I loved it. I thought it was very funny, and you can believe that those kind of people would be like that at that age.
Yeah, it's very
I think it was
believable.
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
very
quotable.
believable.
I didn't really enjoy the ending, when I'm honest.
Really?
But the rest of it was so good, it didn't matter. It's not like I hated it. I just think that it was kind of like.
It was very bleak. It kind of
It-
surprised
yeah.
at
It's
how
very
far they
bleak
went
and,
with it.
Like it's really grounded as well. Like everything is like almost everything is framed very believably and very like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the emotions. It's just all of it is really real.
And
The
it's-
only unreal
and
thing
it's-
is the whole weird sci-fi elements that come
And
in.
it's kind of as well, like right at the end when you see him, you know, with his other people, it kind of feels like they could make it a potential into another film about their,
Always.
you know, not mentioning any spoilers if you can mention spoilers.
Do you know?
I don't think
don't
this
think
is.
they
No,
will.
they're not going to make a
No,
sequel.
No, that's the
Doing
end.
what? An apocalyptic pub crawl.
Yeah.
Good work, you never know.
No.
Edgar
No,
Wright's
it's not.
Simon
It's
Pegg.
not Edgar Wright's style to really do sequels. Like
No.
that.
Because the whole
No.
point of the ending
Is that it is an end, yeah.
was because
It was
spoilers?
where they
Are
are
we
now.
mentioning
No,
spoilers?
it was literally just where they are now.
No,
Yeah.
there was a point to the end, and the point to the ending was, remember when Nick Frost went, Simon Pegg was taking the mick out of Nick Frost because he was only drinking water, and Nick Frost turned around and said,
Right.
one of the hardest things is to walk into
Into
a
like a
pub
pub full
with
of
loads of rugby
rugby
people and
players.
order the water. Well, that was the point of the ending, because he was walking into a pub with all those bikers, and he only ordered a water. That was
Yes.
the point to the ending.
See,
So
my
it wasn't to continue a sequel.
It was to wrap it
just-
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just to wrap up that little
Yeah.
quote with Nick Frost. So there's,
Are
yeah,
we
there's no
mentioning
sequel.
spoilers now then?
See,
Well,
my
we just
thing-
have. So
Okay.
just put a spoiler. This whole thing is basically.
What's the point of having a
spoilers.
review?
Yeah,
if there's
so
no
I just
spoilers?
put
I mean, if you
Fine.
want, if
I
you
mean, be
if you want a
thankful that
short,
wasn't much of a spoiler.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly like plot crucial.
if you
Yeah.
want a short version of this review, just simply edit this clip into the beginning. See the film.
You
There we
watch
go.
definitely watch
Big
the
film
film.
alert, just going spoiler alert, and just have that clip and then the rest
It's
of.
one of the best films I've seen this year.
This is the only film I've seen this year.
Damn Star. Really?
It is
Jesus.
nowhere
That kind of
near
a good
the best
qualifier,
films
isn't
I've
it,
seen
really?
this
I
year.
enjoy it.
Nowhere near.
I found the adult themes and stuff quite shocking. Like when it was so funny and suddenly something happened, you'd be like, oh.
You know?
You don't expect
Aw.
that
Yeah.
from the back catalogue of Edgar Wright stuff. You've never really seen him get to that kind of.
No.
And I thought a bit of the homage to the Cornetto was very, very subtle. It wasn't just in your face, it was like...
It was
in your face.
It was kind of one of those things you're waiting
You're
for.
watching for a film, and that's one of the things you're hunting for. So
Yeah.
they're walking past the shop, it's just a Cornetto bit. Oh.
Oh.
And it's just like, it's
It's
got bits
and
in the
then it's just
face.
like there.
And I was like, and it's green. Oh my god.
Oh, you've ruined it for everyone now.
Oh yeah,
But
well done.
everyone knew
That
what
is,
was
that,
going
is
to
the, that was a plot crucial spoiler. You told them what Cornetto is appearing.
That's fine.
We
You
know it's
dick.
Yeah,
no,
we know
but
it's
we knew
green.
it was the mint. He has
Yeah.
to complete the Trinity. We've had strawberry and vanilla. It has to be mint.
All that chocolate.
Yeah.
That's the rules.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
vanilla.
it was chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, blue, red,
yeah.
and green.
Blue
Blue was
said
in
vanilla.
No.
Technically, there
Yeah,
are 5
the-
flavours.
The chocolate is the vanilla one.
Not
Is
chocolate.
it?
isn't
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought it was
Apparently,
the chocolate. If someone asked
Edgar
me
Wright
for
got
chocolate
sent
Cornetto.
like a
I thought
load
it was
of
chopped up.
Cornetto stuff by from
There you go.
Walls.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
It was
it's
on
Yeah.
Twitter
Evil
about it,
films,
and it was
yeah.
like, technically there are 5, and it was like, I've got to do 2 more.
I want to do the Golden Mile.
I don't want to do the Golden Mile.
I do.
Well, it's
Don't
a
worry.
shame because
Well-
Newton Haven isn't real.
Yeah.
And even if it was, it wouldn't exist
The
anymore.
Golden Mile
so-
does
No, really.
exist.
The Golden Mile itself, it does exist as
It
a
does
pub.
exist. The world's end.
Yeah, it does.
The World's End is a
It's
real
a real
pub.
pub.
I know
Oh,
someone
yeah, I
who
know,
did
Yeah, it is.
it.
Because Edgar Wright said in an interview that that's one
Yeah.
of the plot thing because he did
I
it
know
himself
someone
and
that
never
did the
did
Golden
it.
Mile, so I know it's real. Yeah. I didn't do it.
I just slapped you on the hand.
Vicious.
At least
He
it
just-
wasn't the
He
ribs.
just wanted to attack him.
To be fair, I thought it was alright. I don't think it was amazing.
Well,
I think it was
what do you think about it,
amazing
Izzy?
film. It was alright.
Why?
It was a good film.
I think The way they had like loads of blanks, like sort of like zombie things. It reminded me of Shaun of the Dead. Like the way they're running from like.
There were definitely homages to it.
Yeah.
Like some of the shots were very similar.
And also as well, as we saw about earlier, the foreshadowing is very, very good as well. Like, you know, with the bits with the mermaid you said before, and the like Bill Nye going through sort of the voices and that sort of thing.
Did Simon Pegg and Nick Frost have anything to do with the writing?
Simon Pegg
co-wrote
Because you
it,
imagine that when they were making the other films, they were sat in a pub discussing
They've
this
written
film.
all three. They wrote all
Yeah.
three.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
realise
Pegg
they
and
were.
Nick Frost wrote all
I imagine
three.
they would do, but you can imagine them
I don't
sitting
think
in the
Nick
pub
Frost had
making.
much
I think it was
Yeah.
Edgar Wright, yeah.
Really? I thought it was just Edgar Wright and Simon.
No,
Pegg
Nick
did it.
Frost definitely does. I'm not going to pull that card, but I know for a fact that Nick Frost definitely
Alright,
helps with
okay.
it.
Okay, fair enough.
Ah, okay. and I actually thought out of the three characters, out of the characters, it was actually quite funny to see Simon Pegg as the stupid sort of alcoholic one, and,
Yeah, it's
and
quite-
Nick Frost as a serious one.
Yeah, the
That was
role
actually-
reversal having Simon Pegg as the comic relief character.
Yeah.
It's quite a refreshing change to have
It
someone
really
Pegg's a
was.
character that you don't actually like.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just
Oh, I felt really sorry for him.
really,
He's a dude.
really did you?
I found it
He's
quite
got
lovable.
problems.
I saw a vision of my
I hate it.
future.
I find it so cringeworthy.
Well, I'm going
I
to
just-
grow up. I ain't going
found-
to get a proper job.
I found he's the kind of person that you try to actively avoid.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have had
like in
friends
real
like
life.
that though, and that figures like that can be quite like mystifying, even in their
It's
flawed
one of the
nature.
characters
I
you
guess,
hate
yeah, they
so
are the
much.
people that you can't stand to
Oi.
hang out with
You're
when you do.
heartless.
They're just kind of
Exactly.
irresistible.
So it's
Not in a romantic way.
in
just-
a
in a sheer
charismatic
magnetism.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can see why the four others would like go into
Steal
depth
your
with him
chocolate.
because he is that, you know, charismatic and he is that cool and stuff. You know?
Although the reason why he wanted to do the Golden Mile in the end anyway was quite
That's
quite sad. I thought, quite heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was
That's
because
what
to
the
him,
rules.
alcohol basically ruined his life, and he thought maybe doing this would actually give
It wasn't
him
so
some
much
purpose in
that,
life.
it was. Well, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
we've
worry,
already done it.
Don't worry,
We've already
As long as they're not
spoiled.
like plot crucial.
Okay, fair enough. When the fact that you find out that he tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
How do you not feel sorry for him?
Because he's still a douchebag.
Because he ruined his life.
people can
He
try
ruined his
and
own
commit
life
suicide
by
and still
himself.
be
He didn't have anyone
douchebags.
going, oh yeah, I'm going to do
What?
this to you.
People can try and commit suicide and still be douchebags. He
Really?
was a douchebag the whole way through.
Yeah,
How could you like a character in which
No, I
his-
feel sorry
one
for
of
him.
his best mates, he bought a car off, he left the car in his name and allowed him to get all points on his licence? How can you like a guy like that?
But it was.
What a dick!
And one of his best friends in a car accident and he ran off.
Yeah.
I know, I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's a good person, but you can feel sorry for a bad person because of things
No,
that they're going through.
Because he's a douche.
You don't have a heart.
You felt sorry for him by the end, I
Oh,
guess.
we should
Well, yeah,
Let's
I'm
bring
saying,
that forward
I'm
different
summing up
But
the
then,
whole
to be
film.
honest,
doesn't it?
to be honest, it wasn't that shocking that was the reason why he wanted to do it. It was kind of obvious that was the reason why he wanted to do it. So it wasn't like, oh god, he wants. It was like, oh well, he obviously wants to do it.
And I thought it was really clever as well, some of the shots as well, like right at the beginning when they're all around
I
the
didn't like him.
AA meeting is when it was
becomes
like,
a
it
chill
becomes
day.
basically like a pint and you can see it's like basically a circle, it's basically like a pint circle, I thought it was really clever.
Yes, that's good.
Some of that, all, like some cinematography in that film I thought was amazing to be honest.
Oh yeah, well with any Edgar Wright film, you're going to get some brilliant shots.
Yeah,
he just
really
has
good.
a really good visual ace.
Yes,
Martin
like,
Freeman wasn't in it enough.
No,
Really?
Martin Freeman isn't in anything enough.
Oh yeah, just have like 90 minutes of just that character.
Oh,
doing
yeah,
it.
that's
Just
fine.
getting frustrated with everything.
Bye bye, mate.
Yeah, what about Hobbit?
Actually, yeah, it would be the Hobbit.
Anyway, let's wrap
Well,
this
then
up,
that many
shall we?
short, hairy film.
Yeah.
hairy
So-
film.
Quick,
Not many.
quick wraparounds, final star
Quick
ratings.
what? Oh, wrap
Sam,
around.
stars.
4.5.
Dan,
2.
Mikey, 3.5.
I'll go full 4.2.
What are they?
4.2, very
4.2.
specific.
Very specific.
I'll see it again
I am
and
going
rate
for the
it.
full 5.
Full 5.
Nice.
Mark.
Full 5.
And James didn't see it, and it was a 4 from me. So,
I'm
James is still
enjoying
giving
it.
it a 5.
And
as he is, James is giving it a 5 and he hasn't even seen it. There you go.
Basing it purely on the trailer.
Right,
It is
guys.
good.
Well,
That was awesome.
that was GEEKAMANIA. I won't bore you with the intros, but thank you very much for watching.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.